Namaste and welcome to our Alpha Mind Power channel. We speak a lot about the mind and many aspects of the life, and today I am going to speak about our next upcoming online live class, which is Who Am I? That is the name of the class, Who Am I? This is a question which many people have coming up in their mind very often in life. This is also a question which many people never ask themselves, and that's where the problem actually lies. So let us understand why this question is very important. Let me give you an example. This is about a lady. She was around 45 years old. She was a teacher. She was working as a teacher in a school. She spoke to me for a counseling once, few years back, and she explained about herself first, her background. She's married and she's got a son who's in the 12th standard, and very good husband, very quiet, good family life. And she said she is a person who she's very sincere. She wants to do her duty very well. She wants to make the children come up really well, do very well in their studies, and she's very punctual and she's very strict with the children. She's a disciplinarian. All that she explained. I was listening to her. Then I said, everything sounds good, so where's the problem? Then she said, the problem is I know that I'm doing everything right and I'm trying my best to do everything even better, but people around me are not happy with me. Sometimes I feel they are annoyed with me or angry with me. Everyone is just moving away from me. And she says, in the school I'm pretty much lonely. She says, even during lunchtime, people sit together and eat, but nobody sits with me. I sit alone and eat, and everyone is courteous. They wish me good morning. That much they do, but other than that, nobody wants to talk to me. And she said even the headmistress, she also doesn't talk to me too much like she talks to other senior teachers. So I am feeling very unhappy about this whole situation and I want to change it. Then I asked her, what about your house? How is the situation there? Then she said, my husband never talks to me. She said he stays away from me. He is very nice. He is not fighting with me or quarreling. I don't think he's angry with me. She said, because there's hardly any issue in the house. I take care of the housekeeping and I do the cooking. I have the maid, of course, and I manage. And he goes to office, the son goes to school, and both come back in the evening, and he sits and watches TV. He has his dinner. He talks to the son. So that she mentioned. They both get along very well. They talk about cricket, and sometimes they sit and watch movies or cricket. Sometimes even late in the night they are watching. But I am not able to enter that circle. They keep me away. Even if I go and sit there, they just look at me and they continue with what they are doing. They don't discuss anything with me. She said, all together, both at home and in my school, I feel so isolated. I don't know what to do. She said, I know something is wrong. I have to change this. How do I change this? That was her main question. Then I asked her, I kept talking to her, trying to find out the reason for her becoming like this. I said, can you tell me, why do you think people are moving away from you? What is your understanding? She said, they all think I'm very angry, an angry person, and they think I speak the wrong words, without thinking. I blurt out words. Then I asked her, can you give me some examples? Then she said, once one of the teachers, it was her birthday, so she wore a new sari and came to school. Everybody was wishing her a happy birthday, and this lady, she says, I looked at her, that sari didn't suit her at all. The color didn't suit her at all. It was looking bad on her. So I immediately blurted out and said, oh, this sari, this color doesn't suit you at all. You should have chosen some other color. And that lady's face became very small, and all the people around, they became silent. And she said, I instantly knew I spoke the wrong words. I should have also just wished her happy birthday and finished it there, and I need not have told her that the color didn't suit her. Maybe later on, if she had asked me whether it is good, then I could have told her, but I could not hold myself back. I just spoke. And then another example, she said, they had a meeting, all the teachers and the headmistress, and they were discussing about small things regarding the school, about maintenance of the washrooms and the things like that, and also about the children, their studies, and with the parents, whatever issues they were having, they were discussing everything. And she said the HM came out with some new ideas, some changes in whatever they were already doing, and some of the teachers expressed their concern. They said, if we change it like this, then there could be such problems, and they just expressed and left. But this lady, she also had the same concern in her mind. But she said, I was the one who was arguing with the HM for a long time. Everybody became silent. And towards the end, I could feel the HM becoming very annoyed with me, and then I stopped. And then I thought about it once the meeting was over. She said, once we came out, everybody looked at me very strangely, as if I was very weird, and they went away. She said, I understood that whatever the HM was saying was something experimental only, but maybe I could have just expressed my concern and left it, but I kept on arguing with her. So that way, somewhere I feel I'm speaking the wrong words at the wrong time or something like that. I don't know why I'm doing it. Then I kept talking to her, trying to understand the reason. And slowly we went back in her life. And where did this start? I asked her, what do you think about yourself? How do you perceive yourself? What kind of person are you? She said, no, I am a very soft-spoken person. I am a very gentle person. I love beautiful relationships. I maintain good relationships. That is how I was, she said. I said, why are you saying you were like that? You're saying I was. So how are you now? How does the world perceive you? How do other people perceive you? Then she said, they think I'm a very angry person. They think I'm very negative and I keep making other people unhappy. Then I asked her, where did this change happen? Can you think about it? She thought about it, and then she said, see, once I got married and came to this house, she said, both the mother-in-law and father-in-law, they kept on not torturing, but tormenting her by commenting on the way she was doing things at home. And whatever she said, I tried my best to make them happy. It never happened. Of course, today both of them have passed away, but she says, that anger I feel is still there within me. I couldn't do anything about it. Husband was not very supportive. He just moved out of that scene. He said, that's your problem, you manage it. She said, I couldn't go back to my parents and tell them because we were not very well off, and there was a younger sister and they were trying to get her married at that time. So she said, I didn't want to take my problems to them. So that was also not there. I feel that anger even now when I think about it. Although later on, maybe they became a bit quiet and they accepted me, but that anger never went off. So, somewhere that is the anger which is suppressed and within her, and probably it's coming out without her thinking about it. It's making her speak the wrong words and all that. And then I made her realize that, see, the person that you think you are inside, maybe that was at a younger age, maybe that is the real you. But what is coming out today in your day-to-day life with your family members and with your colleagues is not the real you. That's what she said, yes, that is not me at all. I am not like this. I have never been, I was not like this, she's saying. But now of late I've become so negative, so angry, I really want to change this. Then I told her, then you have to think about it. Whatever made you angry, that reason is not there anymore. That reason is, meaning the in-laws are not there. So why do you want to hold on to that anger? Then I told her how she could get rid of that anger. I prepared music therapy and gave her, and with that she was able to release all that anger and come to terms with life and become a normal person. See, when there is a conflict within a person, that inside you feel in a particular way, but outside you are not that kind of person, with that conflict, the behavior becomes very erratic. But if a person in small conflicts may be there, see, we also get angry sometimes, but I'm not an angry person all the time. But when something goes wrong, yes, definitely I do get angry, and I tell the person, whoever is doing it wrongly, if it is the maid or anybody, I tell them, this is not how you do it. You have to do it in this particular way. But then I don't hold on to that anger. It doesn't stay with me. It doesn't grow. If it stays, it grows. So I explained all this to her, and I told her that you have to remove that conflict. So our Who Am I class, it's all about this. Initially, we do a meditation to understand who you are within, or who you really are, who you actually are. And then we do a meditation to understand what kind of person you would like to be, because that has to be clear also. And then how to merge the two and become the kind of person that you really wish to be. So who am I is a question every person should ask oneself at some point in life, so that we can remove the conflicts, so that we can bridge the gap between who you really are and who you are seen by others. If there is a very big conflict, then you become very unhappy. But if you can remove that gap, and whatever you are inside, if that is what you project outside, you become a very happy person. This is the truth. There can be no two opinions about it. When you suppress something inside and try to be somebody else outside, it doesn't work at all. So Who Am I is a class which helps you a lot, and there's another meditation also which helps you to sustain this change, because that is also very important. So altogether, that is a class which has helped people to realize themselves. Self-realization is not only for someone who is on a very high level of spiritual evolution. It is necessary for every human being at their own level, at their own space. That's what I feel. And this class has helped many people to understand the conflicts within themselves and live a better life. So I invite you to join us for the Who Am I class on Sunday. Details are given in the description box below.